Hello students, I am Mukesh Jain and today our topic is arrangement of particles in the three dimensions, that is the topic of solid state. And if we arrange the particles in three dimensions, then we can get different type of crystal lattice. Like number one, that is the simple cubic arrangement in 3D. Simple cubic arrangement. Then we say that the unit cell of this arrangement will be also cubic, and the name of the crystal lattice is simple cubic arrangement. Then the unit cell will be also simple cubic unit cell. So in this arrangement, like the simple cubic arrangement, we can represent the particles in this way. So here we can see that the particles are arranged in this way, that the four particles are present in the 2D. This is the square arrangement in 2D, and if we place the four other particles just above these four particles, then we get this structure. So if we place these particles on just above these particles, then we can obtain the simple cubic arrangement. And what is the unit cell of simple cubic arrangement? So the unit cell of the simple cubic arrangement is this. We can represent the simple cubic arrangement in which the particles are present only on the corners. So in this arrangement, particles are present only on the corners, and we can compare this arrangement with this simple cubic unit cell. Like this is the particle number 1, this is particle number 2, this is particle number 3, and particle number 4. So these are the particle of the front face. Like this is the 1. So if we arrange the number, then this is the particle number 1, this is particle number 2, this is particle number 3, and this is particle number 4. And the four particles which are present at the back side face. And here we can see that two particles are joined with each other. So if we determine the edge length, then it will be equal to A. So what will be the relation between the edge length and radius of the particle? So it will be A equal to 2R, because these two particles are attached with each other. Like this is the A, and this is the sum of the radius of these two particles. Is it clear? So what is the relation between A and R? So we can say that the relation is A equal to 2R in the simple cubic arrangement. And how we can obtain it is clear. Now if we want to determine the effective number of particles, effective number of atoms in simple cubic arrangement, then that is equal to 1. How we can determine? So in this arrangement, particles are present only on the corners. You can see that particles are present only on the corners. And what will be the contribution of one particle in one unit cell which is present at the corner? So contribution of the particle that is present at the corner is 1 by 8. So contribution is 1 by 8 in one unit cell. So effective number of particles that can be represented by Z will be equal to 8. So 8 is the number of particles which are present at the corners, and effectively the contribution of particle is 1 by 8. So we can obtain that the effective number of particle in one unit cell equal to 1. Is it clear now? Now third point, that is the packing fraction or packing efficiency. So how we can determine the packing efficiency or packing fraction for the 3D arrangement? and especially for the three-dimensional arrangement in simple cubic structure. So the formula to determine the packing efficiency or packing fraction in the 3D, that is equal to volume of unit cell occupied by the particles. Volume occupied by particles, volume occupied by particles divided by volume of unit cell. And if we want to determine the percentage packing efficiency, then it will be equal to packing efficiency into 100. Is it clear? So how we can determine the packing efficiency for the simple cubic arrangement of the particles? So first of all, we should determine how many particles are present in the simple cubic. Second, what is the volume of one particle, and third, what is the volume of the unit cell, and then we can determine packing efficiency. So in the simple cubic arrangement, the particles are present only on the corners. So effective number of particles in one unit cell, that is represented by Z, that is equal to 1, and we have determined that how it is 1. So 8 particles are present at the corners, multiply by 1 by 8 plus so it is equal to 1. So effective number of particle is 1. And what is the volume of particle? Volume of one particle. Volume of one particle is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. Why it is 4 by 3 pi r cube? Because we consider the particle is a spherical solid. Its shape is spherical and it is solid. So volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And what is the r? R is the radius of particle. Is it clear? Now what is the volume that is occupied by the particle? So I say that first we determine the number of particles in one unit cell, that is equal to 1, and volume of the particle, one particle, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So volume that can be occupied, or volume that is occupied by particles will be equal to Z into 4 by 3 pi r cube. So what is the Z? Z is the effective number of particles. How many particles are present in one unit cell, that is the Z. So for the simple cubic unit cell, value of Z equal to 1, and 4 by 3 pi r cube, this is the volume of one particle. So volume of the unit cell that is occupied by particle will be equal to 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. So it is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Is it clear? Now second, what is the volume of unit cell? Volume of unit cell. So here unit cell is the cubic unit cell. So volume of the unit cell will be equal to A cube, and relation between A and R, that is A equal to 2R. So we can put the value of A like it is equal to 2R cube. So the value will be 8R cube. So this is the volume of the unit cell. And now we want to determine the packing efficiency or packing fraction. Then packing efficiency or packing fraction will be equal to. So the formula is volume occupied by the particle and that is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, and volume of the unit cell that is equal to 8 r cube. So on solving we get pi by 6, because this will be cancel out, like r cube is cancel out by r cube, and 4 से 2 टाइम डिवाइड हो जाता है, then we get pi by 6. So this is the packing efficiency. This is the packing efficiency of the unit cell. Is it clear to all of you? And if we solve this value, like packing efficiency will be equal to pi by 6, and if we put the value like pi equal to 3.14 and it is divided by 6, then what we get? We get 5, 0.5 and 3, 1, 2, 6, 3. So we get 0.523. If we determine the percentage packing efficiency, then it will be equal to, what will be the percentage packing efficiency? So we multiply the packing efficiency by 100, then we get 0.523, and it will be multiplied by 100, then this is the 52.3%. So packing efficiency is 52.3%. So packing efficiency. Then what is the vacant space? Vacant space in simple cubic arrangement. Vacant space in simple cubic arrangement, it is equal to 100 minus 52.3. Then we get this is 47.7%. So it is 47.7%. Is it clear to all of you? So vacant space and packing efficiency are as given. Now next topic, that is the coordination number in the simple cubic arrangement. So what is the coordination number? Actually, coordination number of a particle is number of particles which are directly attached with that particular particle. So that is the coordination number. Is it clear? Like if we see in the 2D arrangement, like in 2D square arrangement, and if we want to determine the coordination number, then how we can determine? We identify that how many other particles which are directly attached with a particular particle, that is the coordination number. Like this is a particular particle, and if we identify that how many particles are there which are directly attached with this particular particle, then we can see that 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are 4 other particles. So coordination number of this arrangement will be equal to 4. But what will be the coordination number in the simple cubic arrangement? So answer is 6. And how we can identify that this is equal to 6? So we can see that a simple cubic 3D arrangement is obtained by the hexagonal 2D arrangement. So I will explain you that how it is 6. So this is the simple cubic arrangement of the particle, and if you see that a corner particle is directly attached with, so it will be in the contact of this particle, it will be in the contact of this particle, and it will be in the contact of this particle. So in this cubic arrangement, this particular particle is directly in the contact of the 3 particles, but this is only one unit cell. If we arrange the unit cell in all the directions, and if we determine the coordination number in a crystal lattice of a particular particle, then we can see that this particular particle is direct in the contact of these three other particles also. So coordination number of this particle will be equal to 6. Is it clear? Now density of the unit cell. How we can determine the density of the unit cell? So formula of the density is mass of the unit cell divided by volume of the unit cell. So we can determine by this formula. And how we can determine the mass of the unit cell? Mass of unit cell means mass of the particles which are present in the unit cell. So mass of unit cell means mass of particles present in one unit cell. Is it clear? So in the simple cubic unit cell you can see that number of particle equal to 1, and we want to determine the mass of that one particular particle. So one particle, mass of the one particle can be represented by atomic mass or molecular mass. So if we consider that particle is atom, then that is equal to atomic mass. And if we represent the atomic mass or mass of the particle by m, then it is MAMU. This is the unit of mass. So this is the mass of one unit cell, that is equal to mass of the particles which are present in the unit cell. And for the simple cubic, the number of particle equal to 1, so mass of the unit cell, that is equal to atomic mass, or if particle is molecule, then that is equal to molecular mass. And atomic mass or molecular mass is the mass of one atom or one molecule, and that can be represented by the m, and its unit is AMU. So if we want to convert the mass in gram, then how we can convert? So if we want to convert 1 AMU in grams, then it will be equal to 1 upon Na gram. So mass of the unit cell in gram can be represented by m upon Na gram. So this is the mass of one unit cell in the gram. Is it clear? Here what is the m? So m is the atomic mass or molecular mass, or we can say that this is the mass of one particle. Mass of one particle, that may be atomic mass or molecular mass. It depends on the type of particle. Is it clear? So this is the mass of the unit cell. And what is the volume of unit cell? So this is the cubic unit cell. So volume of unit cell will be equal to A cube. So this is the volume of unit cell, A cube. So we can determine the density by this formula, like density equal to mass of the unit cell, that is equal to Zm divided by Na. This is the mass of the unit cell, and divided by volume, so it is A cube. So by this formula we can determine the density of the molecule. Is it clear to all of you? Have you understood? So this is the arrangement of particle in the simple cubic structure. So today this is the topic, and I hope all the points have you understood. Thank you, and thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.